Hi there, this is Lynette Chandler. Welcome to Kickstart WP. I'm going to show you how to start your own WordPress blog even if you don't have a domain or a web host. First thing you want to do is head on over to lynnetteSuggests.com/momwebs. This will land you on this page. Now it might look a little different, but that's all right. You are in the right place. Next, you want to click on this Order Now, and then you will search for a domain that you like. So the domain I want to go ahead and use today is letsliverichly.com. We'll click to continue to see if that is an available one. Great. According to this, it is available. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. Now, of course, you can choose to reserve the domain for more than a year. That would actually be advantageous. But for demo purposes, I'm going to keep it as 1 year for now and click continue. Next, we're going to make sure that this is the hosting plan that we want, and this is the plan that we want because it will let you expand and grow. You can choose to pay monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. We'll leave it as monthly for now and click add to cart. If you wish to keep your name, address, and email private, you can choose to add ID protection for your domain. I'm going to leave it off. That's optional and not required at all, so don't feel like you have to. We'll click Update Cart. Next, we'll go ahead and check our domain in particular is the correct one, because once we register, there is no turning back. So make sure that your spelling is correct and that is the one that you want. Over here in promotional code, enter the code Lynette. I have arranged with MomWebs to give you your very first month free. So go ahead and enter that and click validate code. So for today, we'll only pay the $14 for the domain. And if you opted for the ID protection, it will be $2 extra. And then after that, it will be $20 every month and $14 every year for the domain. Let's click checkout. As a new customer, you have to enter all the details in here in this form and choose your payment methods. Do not forget to check this I've read the terms and conditions box and click complete order. If you have purchased your domain somewhere else, go ahead and select the option I will update my name servers on an existing domain and enter your domain here. I've got this domain which I'm going to enter right now and click to continue, and then I'm going to click add to cart. Do not forget your promotional code that we have arranged specially for you. Click validate code, and that should get you a month free, making today's due 0. Click checkout. Then make sure that you complete your details on this screen right here. Select the payment option that you would like to use. Check this box, then click complete order. After you completed your checkout, you will see an order confirmation like this. Now, if your accounts are new, please be aware that they will do a manual activation of your account. So hang tight, check your emails. And over here, if we flip over to our emails, you will see first these 4 emails would have been sent to you already with the invoice payment. But until you receive this last one called Welcome to Mom's Web Hosting, your account will not be activated. So hang tight and wait for that email to come in, or check into your account a little later. Once your account is activated, when you log in to your dashboard, you will see that under this box right here, your hosting plan and your domain and everything is set up and ready to go. You can click on this right here, or you can click this drop down and click on My Services. They both take you to the same place. And once it's active, you will also see that it's active here with a green bar. Let's click on that. If you have purchased a domain from MomWebs, you do not have to go through this step. But because we purchased our domain elsewhere and we are using it with MomWebs, what we need to do is head back over to our email. And now you should see a new email come in to say how to add domains to your MomWeb hosting account. We'll click that. Now we scroll down to the second part right here with all this strange looking domains. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is copy this into a temporary notepad. And then we're going to head on over to our domain registrar, which is Namecheap in this case. Look for the domain that we're working with, click on it, and you'll end on a page like this. Down here where it says Custom DNS, we are going to enter the first one right here from our notepad. We enter the first one, we replace that completely, and we'll do it with the second one. Replace that as well. And because we've got a third, we'll click Add Name Server and do the same, just copy and paste. Very easy. And then just click Save. Now, if you're using a different registrar, you may have to look up their instructions how to do this. Namecheap is a pretty good registrar, and we use them and do recommend them as well. After you've changed the name servers for the domain here, you will have to wait for the domain to resolve. That means if we go to Kit Rated Books right now, it may not go to the right place immediately. That will give us time to work on setting up WordPress. So let's head on back over to MomWebs. We are in our products here, kitratedbooks.com. And what we want to do is click on this link right here, log into cPanel. If you would like to orientate yourself and you have some time to go over some of these videos and wizards, you can go ahead and get started. But right now I'm going to say no fine, thanks. Now let's look for something at the bottom here called Softaculous Apps Installer. We'll click that and look for WordPress. Thankfully, they've put it up right here on the top, so it's easy to find. We'll click Install. Under Choose Protocol, choose whether you want just HTTP or with a www. Either one doesn't matter, but they'll make it consistent. The domain we want is already selected and chosen for us. We'll leave this blank. For site name, we will enter usually the same name as your domain name. And if you want to, you can enter a description. I'll just leave it blank. Make sure you do not check this multi-site option because for the majority of WordPress users, you will not need this. Now the admin account section here is the most important thing that you need to pay attention to. Never leave it as admin. Always change it to something else. I'm going to change it to something fun. You can use your name if you want to. And then you enter a password that you can remember. Just make sure that your password is strong. I'm going to use this random password generator to help me. And from here, I'm going to copy this temporarily to my notepad as well so that you can have it to log into your blog later on. It's for email. Go ahead and enter your own email address. I would not recommend that you use what's in here. Make sure you have an email address that is valid. For site language, select the one that you want to use. We'll leave it as English for now. And right now, I do not want to install any additional plugins. If you want details of this installation emailed to you, enter your email address here as well. But I'm fine. Let's click Install. Oh, it requires a site description. Let's enter one. All right, and let's click Install again. And now it will validate all the information that you entered. And once it's finished, it will give you information like this. Now we'll show you two URLs. One is the URL of your blog itself, and the one where you go to log in to administer your WordPress site. Instead of waiting for the domain to resolve to save time, I have set up a clone of the website on MomWebs on my computer. And on the screen, you will see something exactly like what we saw just now. After Softaculous has finished installing your site, you will see two links. The first link will go to your WordPress site, the homepage of your WordPress site. And the second link right here goes to your login page, your administrator's page. Before you do anything else, I highly recommend that you bookmark this page so you can always come back to log in here. So what do you use to log in? Well, remember the two bits of information that we copied early on to the notepad? That's what we're going to use. So we're going to use this username and we're going to enter the password that we used just now to set up the WordPress site and click login. Congratulations, you have just set up your first WordPress site. Your next steps is to go ahead, configure the general settings, and I'll go to settings general. And here, as you can see, your site title and your tagline has already been filled in for you. This is taken from what you entered Softasilus earlier on. If you don't know what these are, you can leave them as is. If you want to change your email address, go ahead and do that right now. These two, I will leave them as default. Now your time zone, you can always change it to the time zone that you are on. In the date format, definitely choose the one that you're most familiar and most comfortable with. Same with time format. And when you want the weekdays to start, it really doesn't have that much impact, but on some plugins it might. So choose whatever you feel is more comfortable for you. And of course, as a site language, remember early on when we set up Softasilus, if you had set that up there, this would have changed as well. And the whole interface here would change to the language that you've chosen as well. I'm going to click Save Changes. The other thing I like to set up now is the permalinks. So I'm going to click that. And typically what it will do is use the plain or the day and name. I normally like to have just a simple post name. Next thing we want to tackle is the plugins. What plugins you install will definitely depend on what your site is going to be and what you're going to use it for. But typically there are some plugins that I like to install right off the bat on a fresh WordPress site. So let's head on over to plugins, click add new, and search for iTheme Security. So here it is right there. We click install now, give it a few moments to download the plugin to your site. And once this link appears, we click activate plugin. Next thing to do is we click on this, and then it'll give me some important first steps to complete. It will ask you to make a backup. Typically, I don't do that right now because it's brand new, so there's really no need to. Next thing I want to do is click that and do a one-click secure. This will set up the plugin for the most common settings. And then I can safely dismiss this. After I've dismissed it, I will land on this page right here. Now you can go ahead and look through these settings. I'll definitely go ahead and add your current IP right to the lockout whitelist. That way you don't accidentally lock yourself out, because it's very easy to do. And over here, you see this little floating bar right here. I also like to go ahead and click on brute force protection. It would jump down and enable that. And I also want to check that immediately ban somebody attempting to log in using admin username, and I'm safe. Another thing I like to set up as well is strong passwords. Now, if you're the only person using this, chances are you may not need it, but I like to go ahead and enable it anyway for administrators. I want to make sure we're forced to use the strong password options. Next thing I like to set up on iTheme Security is the system tweaks. Typically, I like to protect the system files. Next thing I want to disable is directory browsing. And then I like to also check this disable PHP and uploads. And we'll click Save All Changes. And one final section right here is WordPress tweaks. I always want to make sure that I disable XML RPC. Very rarely would you need to use this. I also like to block multiple authentication attempts through XML RPC. Don't worry if you do not understand what this is. Just go ahead and check them as I have done here. Next thing I like to do is also check force user to choose a unique nickname, and also disable user's author page if their post count is 0. And we'll click Save All Changes. Our configuration for iTheme Security is done. The second plugin I normally like to install is Backup Buddy. Now, Backup Buddy, unlike iTheme Security and many other plugins, it is a paid plugin. So I have to go to their website and log into my account, click on Download, and download Backup Buddy to my computer first. So I have a download folder. I'm going to save it there. So now that the plugin has been downloaded, I'll just go to Plugins, Add New, and instead of Search this time, I'm going to click Upload Plugin, and in our Downloads folder right here, there's Backup Buddy. I'm going to install, and activate. All right, so let's configure Backup Buddy. We can either click this Get Started, or we can go to Backup Buddy right here. I'm going to dismiss this. Now, if you want to get error notifications, which I highly recommend, go ahead and enter your email address here. To restore or migrate your backups, a password is recommended, so go ahead and do that. I'm just going to enter something quick and easy now. And then it'll ask you where do you want to send your backup, scheduled or manual. Now this is up to you. If you have Dropbox, you can go ahead and click Dropbox. And I'll show you how to do that right now, because most people do have Dropbox. We click that and we click Connect to Dropbox. It will ask for an authorization. We click Allow, and then it will spit out this code for you. Now copy the entire length, and we need to come back over here to our WordPress site and paste that in here. And yes, I've authorized Backup Buddy. So here you can enter a destination name. You can leave it as is, that's fine. You can just enter Dropbox if you want, that's fine. We'll leave it everything as default. Now over here, archive limit. I normally like to keep an archive limit. 3 to 7 is the most that I normally keep. It's really up to you how many you keep. Just remember, backups can be very, very large. So if you put a very large number here, then your Dropbox will fill up very quickly as well, depending on the size of your backup. I'm just going to enter 3 for now and click Add Destination. So destination successful, and that's fine. And we'll close that screen. We'll save settings. We have set up an off-site backup destination. What we need to do is to schedule our backup. And what I normally like to do is I have a weekly and a monthly. So let's start with a monthly. I will name it monthly. And the monthly, I like it to be a complete backup. And I like to do it once a month. Now you can do it twice a month or however more often. Just remember that backups are pretty resource intensive. Next, you can set a date where you want it to next start performing it. Since we've never performed it before, I'm just going to go ahead and do tomorrow. Add remote destination, where we've done Dropbox earlier, we do that. And delete local backup after remote send success. I normally do a yes. That way you aren't accumulating backups in your web host account as well. And then enable schedule to run, add new schedule. That's great. The next schedule I like to add is a weekly. You can do a daily if you want, depending on how often and how much you add to your site. Weeklies for most starter sites are just fine. And weeklies, I only do database, and I'll select once weekly. Next time of run, I'll probably do an exact week after the first full backup. And then add remote destination, I'll do the same place again. And once again, also delete local and enable schedule and add new schedule. All right, so now you've secured down your WordPress site and you have backups ready to roll and you're good to go. Our next step would be to go ahead and install a WordPress theme. Now WordPress has tons of themes that are super easy to install. All you need to do is just go to Appearance and Themes. But to add a new one, we can click that. You can look through here for any theme that you might like. Let's go ahead and do something quick here. Let's go ahead and install that. All we need to do is just click Install. And just like the plugins, it will take a minute to download everything. Before you activate it, you can actually click on Live Preview to see how it looks like. If you like it, you can click Save and Activate, or you can X out of there and click Activate as well, same thing. And now this is activated. So if we go visit our site now, the theme has already changed to the new one we just installed. So if you're ready to write a new blog post and you are on the front end of your website, this is called the front end, and you are logged in, you will see a bar on the top here. You can just click on the plus new icon right here, and it will ask you what you want to do. So I want to go ahead and add a new post, and it's super easy. All we need to do is give it a title. At the bottom here, we just enter the text that you want to be in your post. There are additional editing options here as well. If you click this, what we call kitchen sink button, you will see other options here in your editor as well. So if you want to link to a website, all we need to do is double click what you want the word, or just simply highlight and click insert link, and we either type the URL or we can paste the URL, and you can just click apply, or you can click that gear button to have other options here. If you want to link to a page or another post in your blog, all you need to do is do a search. If you've got lots of posts that you can't find it here, it will also show you the list of the latest posts and pages in here. You can simply click that, and the URL has changed and update, and it will now change to that URL, link to that URL. Now, what if you want to add an image? Very easy. So I'm going to enter to create a new line. Just click Add Media, and you either click Select Files, or you can just drag and drop. So for example, I have an image here. I drag and drop it, and I can change the title, add a caption if I want, any description or anything I want. I can also align it. Maybe I want it in the center, and link to the file as well. By default, it's none, but sometimes you may want an image to link to a website. You can just click Custom URL and paste or type the URL here. We're just going to go with none for now. And you can also select the size of the image that you want to enter. Right now I only have 2, but if your image is larger, you will have more options here. And simply insert into post. And if you're ready to publish, just click Publish and go to your new post. There it is. All right, so this is pretty much it. That's how you set up your WordPress site and you start blogging and start writing. Now, before I let you go, I want to show you something which is very important for your ongoing maintenance of the site. Let's head on back to the dashboard here. I'm so glad that I installed the older version because I can show you how to upgrade your WordPress site. Well, the good news is WordPress always tells you if there's something available. So you will see a notice right here, or sometimes right up here, you will see a number next to this little icon right here. And sometimes you will see it here as well under updates with a number next to it. A number means how many items are available for update. You can either click that link, click up over here, or click here. It doesn't matter. Now, before you go ahead and update your WordPress site or anything on your WordPress site, really, I highly recommend that you do a backup. So since we already installed Backup Buddy, we'll click Backup right here. You want to send to remote destination, click Delete Local after delivery and click that. I always recommend a full and complete backup if you're upgrading. Right now, I'm not going to do that. For demo, I'm just going to save it onto my computer and we'll do a complete backup, and Backup Buddy will run on its own. You don't have to mess with it. You can just let it run, and until all of these are green, then your backup is complete. All right, so all of these are already green now, and it tells me backup completed successfully. And now I'm going to go back to update. Now I'm ready to click update, and WordPress will go and grab the latest version, unzip it and replace it. That way you will have the new version to use very shortly. And there we are. All right, I hope you found this very short course useful. If you would like to be notified of more courses on how to do different things with WordPress, make sure you get signed up on Kickstart WP, and I'll notify you when new free courses are available. Thank you, and have fun with your new site.